It's a magical family of magic. Everyone has their own magic in their childhood. Lisa was the only one who awakened. The magic door suddenly disappeared. Since then, she's the only one in the family without magic. Her grandmother, who had high hopes for her, turned cold. Because compared to the rest of the family, Lisa was too ordinary. The second sister could manipulate plants. She can make the town bloom in a flash. The eldest sister is very strong. She can lift a house with ease. Auntie can control the weather. When she's angry, it's cloudy. And when she's angry, the wind blows. Mom can cure injuries with food. No one hates medicine anymore. And an uncle who could see the future. But he disappeared. But despite all that, Lisa remained optimistic. She wanted to do something for her family, but all she got in return was ridicule. They lived in a magical cottage. When they woke up in the morning, slippers come to their feet, and the basket catches the dirty clothes. When it's sunny, the windows open automatically. The floor can be turned into a treadmill at any time. The teapot will make tea for you. It's so comfortable to live here. Today is the day my cousin awakens his magic, but he's worried he'll fail. So Lisa gave him a little present and encouraged him to believe in himself. Before the ceremony, he invited her to open the magic door with him. With Lisa by his side, he had the courage to reach out. And the moment he grasped the door handle, the magic door emitted a dazzling golden aura, and the whole hall was illuminated. Then a strange bird landed on his hand. Cousin could understand what it was saying. All kinds of animals surrounded him. He gained the ability to communicate with animals, and the magic door was transformed into his own room according to his ability. It's very suitable for animals to live in. Cousin got new magic. Grandma asked everyone to take a group photo to record this happy moment, but she forgot about Lisa in the crowd. Lisa returned to the hall alone, but then she saw a crack in the floor, and they were spreading fast. Soon the whole room was covered with them. Eventually, all the cracks converged around the magic candle, and the flame became extremely weak. Even the magic door flickered. Lisa suddenly realized that the room was full of cracks, and the magic candles were weak. So she rushed to call her grandmother. But when everyone went outside, the magical door shone brightly with golden light, and the room was as good as new. Lisa was about to explain, but she was interrupted by her grandmother. This made Lisa even more sad, but she was sure she wasn't blinking, and the image of the cracks kept coming back to her. So she went to the magic candle in the middle of the night, but she ran into her grandmother. She was at the window, thinking of her grandfather. She'd hoped that he would bless them from heaven. Grandma knew something was wrong with the candles. Everyone's magic is slowly disappearing. As a member of this family, Lisa was determined to help her family out.
Wait, how do I save a miracle?
First, Lisa went to her big sister to tell her about the cracks. She noticed her eyelids were fluttering. After she tried to persuade her, she told her that her uncle had predicted something terrible before he disappeared. Maybe he knew something about it. So Lisa went to her uncle's room. She saw a waterfall of quicksand. She plucked up the courage to go inside. She was shocked by what she saw inside. It's surrounded by steep hills. It took Lisa a lot of effort to get to the room at the top, through a corridor of eerie stone walls. Inside is a dark hut. There's a little glow in the sand. She took out the fluorescent fragments and put them together through the cracks. Inside was her portrait. Then the room shook violently. Cracks crawled all over the walls. Lisa rushed to find the other fluorescent fragments. She escaped safely. Just after she came out of her uncle's room, she bumped into her grandmother. Then she saw her big sister walking up the stairs. She was sad that her magic had disappeared. And at her second sister's engagement party, the family's magic went haywire and made a mess of the whole house, and the engagement party was over. Then the mice took the pieces. Lisa followed the rats and found a hidden chamber behind the fresco. Cracks covered the walls of the chamber, and a mysterious man in a cloak. He's Lisa's missing uncle. He's been mending the cracks in the chamber, quietly serving the family. It's just one wall away from their dining room. A simple wooden table with their plates painted on it.
My gift wasn't helping the family, but I love my family, you know?
In order to help the family through this difficult time, Lisa asked her uncle for another spell. It's a ritual that predicts the future. The sand around us forms a protective film, As my uncle activated the magic, his eyes turned green, and the fate of the family was revealed. Only this time, at Lisa's insistence, Uncle didn't interrupt the spell. Soon they found a way to break the spell in the sky. Lisa and her second sister embraced. The magic candle would light up again, so she immediately went to her sister's room. But she was angry. Lisa was about to apologize to her. She was stopped by her vines and dragged her straight to the door.
Selfish! Entitled princess! Selfish! I've been stuck being perfect my whole entire life, and literally the only thing you have ever done for me is mess things up! Nothing is messed up!
While they were arguing, she suddenly turned into a cactus. This is the first time she's turned into a new plant. It turns out that under her grandmother's expectations, she's always been able to turn into flowers. So she never had the chance to be her true self. She spoke the words she had buried in her heart. The two sisters finally understood each other. They hugged each other in front of the candle. The cracks were really fading like the tide. But just then, Grandma suddenly appeared. She blamed Lisa for her sister's behavior. Despite all her efforts to explain, she wouldn't listen to her. She blamed her for everything. Lisa finally realized, in her grandmother's eyes, the first sister was never strong enough. The second sister was never perfect. No matter how hard we tried, Grandma was never satisfied. The disappearance of the family magic. It was all because of Grandma. As the two argued, the cracks in the room reappeared, and the magic candle was knocked over. The family immediately used magic to rescue them, but they all failed on the way. The magical hut got everyone out safely at the last minute. Only Lisa managed to get the candle, but then the hut collapsed. Lisa was about to be hit by the wreckage. The hut tried its best to protect her. When the smoke cleared, Lisa was safe and alive, but the magic candle went out. Hut answered her weakly, and then it too collapsed in the rubble. It was then that Grandma realized her mistake. She found Lisa crying by the river, and told her about her youth. When she was young, she and her grandfather loved each other. They lived happily ever after. But a ruthless war came to the town. They had to move to a safe place in order to protect them. He chose to lure away the pursuers alone. The sad grandmother accidentally triggered a magic candle. She created a magic house in the forest. Because of the loss of her family, Grandma's love for her family became even stronger. But that love had taken its toll on everyone. Now she realized her mistake. She apologized to Lisa. In the warmth of the sun, they hugged each other tightly, facing the ruins of the hut. They didn't feel sorry for themselves. They worked together to rebuild it.